Good morning, students. Now, today we will start the next representation of data, that is graphical representation. Students, as we discussed, the representation of data by tables, right? And we see that we have group frequency table and ungrouped frequency table. As it is very well said that one picture is better than the 1,000 words, right? So usually comparison among the individual items are best shown by the mean of graphs. The representation then becomes easier to understand than the actual data. So we shall study the following graphical representation in this section, that is bar graph and then histogram. Students, the last graphical representation of data, that is frequency polygons, here deleted for this session. So only two graphical representation we have to discuss here, that is bar graph and histograms. Histogram of uniform width and histogram by varying width, right? As we already know that how we represent any data by using bar graph, and what is the main points which we need to understand by, to draw a bar graph. Students, look at the screen and we can use this examples here to revise the concept of bar graphs, how we represent the data by using bar graphs. Look at the example number 5. Here, bar graph is given. In the class 9th, 40 students were asked about the month of their birth, and the following graphs were prepared for the data so obtained. Students, on x-axis, month of birth, and on y-axis, number of students represents. Right? Now, what we have to find out here, first question is, how many students were born in the month of November? Look at the November and then see. By using this graph, you can see that the 4 students were born in the month of November. Now the second question, in which month were the maximum number of students were born? Obviously, the height of the bar in the month of August, that is number of students 6 is the highest. Yes, maximum number of the students, that is August month, right? So by using this graphical representation, bar graph, we can easily get any information. Now, in the example number 6, look, here we need to draw a graph of the given table, and you know that this table is known as ungrouped frequency table, right? This table is what? Ungrouped frequency table. So students, please keep in your mind, whenever the ungrouped frequency table is given, we always draw a bar graph, and when the grouped frequency table, we always draw a histogram, as we will discuss in the next segment how we represent the grouped frequency table into the histogram, right? Now, as you studied in earlier classes, how we draw a bar graph. First, we need to select a unit. See, what is the maximum value of the data here? 5, right? So you can take on y-axis, expenditure is given in 1,000 rupees. One unit is equal to 1,000 rupees. And on x-axis, there are heads, this, right? The family with the monthly income of rupees 20,000 has planned the following expenditure for months. So look at here, 1 unit equal to 1,000. Yes, here the same unit taken, right? Now you can easily draw the bar graph. Look at here on the screen. I hope you understand, because bar graph we already studied in earlier classes. So I hope you are found no problem. Okay. Now, the important part of this presentation, that is histogram. Look at the table here, students. The table is what? In grouped. Look, class intervals are defined here, right? That's why this table is known as grouped frequency table. And this group frequency table is in form of continuous, already continuous form. Look, already क्या है ये? Continuous form में है, right? So students, please take care. Whenever we need to draw a histogram, we need to understand that first observe the table carefully. If the table is already given in continuous form, then it's okay. But if the table is not given in continuous form, first we need to convert the table in continuous form as we discussed earlier, right? And how we convert the table in continuous form. Now, students, look, the one more concept we need to understand here, the symbol this. This symbol is used or known as kink. Why we use this symbol? What is the need of this symbol? What represent what symbol kink shows that there is no data given from 0 to 30.5. Look at the table again. Look at the table again. The data is start from 30.5 here. Yes or no? If the data is start from 0, then there is no need to use this kink. Understand? So this kink shows that the data is not start from the 0, right? And you can easily draw the histogram. Now, students, one more important concept which we need to understand here. So what is the difference between bar graph and histogram? Look at this histogram. As you observed, both the bar graph and histogram, look, there is no space between two rectangles, two bars here. Yes or no? Why? Because we have a table in continuous form, data in a continuous form. Yes or no? Right? That's why the main difference between the bar graph and histogram, that is, there is no difference between bar graph and bars, two bars. Yes, right? And the second difference, when the table are in, this type of table is given, ungrouped frequency table, then we use bar graph to represent the data graphically. When the group frequency table is given, then we need to draw a histogram to represent the data graphically. I hope you understand, right? Now, students, one more important case we have here. Look at the table. Observe this table carefully. What is the difference between example number 6 and example number 7? Look, here the class size is 20, 10, 10, 10, and now here again 70 to 100 because 100 marks is here. So above means 100, 70 to 100. तो क्लास साइज यहाँ क्या हो जाएगी स्टूडेंट्स 30. फर्स्ट क्लास इंटरवल की साइज क्या है 20. यहाँ ध्यान से देखो आप. अब अगर इस टेबल को यूज करके अगर हम हिस्टोग्राम बनाते हैं तो क्या ये हिस्टोग्राम सही है? नो, दिस इज अ wrong representation of this the given data. Why? Look, one more important concept here, because as we discussed, right, in earlier, the area of rectangle are proportional to the frequency in this in histogram. Yes, earlier this problem did not arise because the width of the all the rectangles are equal. But here, since the width of rectangles are varies, yes, varying kar rahi hai, then the histogram above does not give the correct picture, right? So we need to make certain modification in, right? Now how we convert this? Look at the screen, students. The following steps we need to follow. First, we select the minimum class size. What is the minimum class size here? 10, right? Then what is, look here, the minimum class size is 10. Yes. Now students, the length of rectangles are modified to be proportional to the class size 10. Now what is the formula? Please keep in your mind. This is the present class interval, size is 20 here. Look, frequency is 7. So we need to convert this in proportional. That's why present frequency upon present class size multiply by minimum class size. सारी frequencies को देखो ध्यान से minimum class size से multiply किया यहाँ पे. Yes or no? और यहाँ डिनोमीटर में क्या आएगा? प्रेजेंट क्लास साइज. देखो आप ध्यान से, यहाँ सब में 10 थी तो कोई फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज नहीं हुई, कोई फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज नहीं हुई. फ्रीक्वेंसी कहाँ चेंज हुई? देखो ध्यान से, फर्स्ट वाले में चेंज हुई और लास्ट वाले में चेंज हुई. क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे क्लास की साइज 20 थी, यहाँ क्लास की साइज 30 थी. रेस्ट ऑफ द क्लास इंटरवल्स क्या थे? यहाँ पे साइज 10 थी, इसलिए फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज नहीं हुई, राइट? और इसीलिए जो फर्स्ट ग्राफ हमने बनाया हिस्टोग्राम वो करेक्ट नहीं था. इट्स ए रॉन्ग रिप्रेजेंटेशन. नाउ आफ्टर कन्वर्टिंग दिस मॉडिफिकेशन, आफ्टर कन्वर्टिंग दिस प्रोपोर्शनल the length of the rectangles, right? Now I hope you understand why this one is not a correct representation. I repeat again students, because the area of rectangle are proportional to the frequencies in the histogram. Yes or no? Yes, because यहाँ देखो 70 से 80 में 8 फ्रीक्वेंसी आ रही है, जबकि 10 अदरवाइज में सब में 10 है, या 30 और या 20 है. तो ये प्रोपोर्शनल नहीं हुआ ना. अगर हम इसका एरिया ऑफ निकालेंगे तो ये लेंथ इंटू ब्रेथ हो जाएगा, यहाँ आ जाएगा 7 × 20, ये जाएगा 140, राइट? जबकि होना क्या चाहिए था? 7 × राइट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई 3.5 आया है. अब यहाँ 3.5 की बिट में बनेगा. देखो यहाँ पे, ये देखो 3.5 × 20 की लेंथ है. अंडरस्टैंड? सिमिलरली यहाँ देखो ये 2.67 हो गया अप्रोक्स, और ये लेंथ है. नाउ इट इज अ करेक्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन. और यहाँ हमने किंग क्यों नहीं यूज करी? क्योंकि डाटा कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा था? हमारा 0 से, राइट? तो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड बोथ द रिप्रेजेंटेशन, बार ग्राफ एंड हिस्टोग्राम. एंड इन द नेक्स्ट एक्सरसाइज we apply the same concept. Okay, thanks.